whether it be some kind of unexplained noise or some kind of personal experience. That may not necessarily be down to the location itself. But it's like walking into a building and asking, is there life here? You're bound to find evidence of spiders, webs and other different animals, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're still there, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's what you're looking for. Within the world of the paranormal, there are countless entities which may exist in any given location. Grip mentioned a few weeks ago about the Philip experiment, which talked about thought forms that were created by a group. These are just one type of entity. There are ghosts, there are egregores, there are tulpas. There are also things called Jenganjas, pure spirits, guardians, both those that have been created and those that were in a natural form. There are also demons, dare I say it, and daemons. And Paddy, if you think I'm talking about the Philip Pullman ones, you're sadly mistaken, and stay very quiet at this point because you will be embarrassed. Even within these categorisations, there are subcategories. We've all seen the little cherubs of the angels, but it doesn't stop there. There are choirs of angels, there are seraphim, there are archangels. Yet investigators will stop short of truly questioning what is there and instead be content to say it's haunted. Is that answer sufficient? Don't get me wrong, there are lots of haunted locations, but there are different types of ghosts. Perhaps it's time we started to be more specific about what we're looking for and what we've found. Perhaps then maybe the experiments we are conducting will actually give us better results. Maybe a thought form doesn't show up in EVP experiments, but will show up when you do EMF. Who knows? It's only when we actually look at these things that we'll find out. So instead of asking, is there something here? Perhaps it's time we started to ask, what is here? Maybe then we can discover a little more. It's not until we are truly tested and push ourselves to the limits that we even begin to evolve. So I ask you to find the limits of your own knowledge and to find your own limits of your skills and to move beyond them. If you don't know, have a look. Ask someone. Ask the tooth fairy. I don't care. Just try. Only then, by putting in the effort and actually truly really questioning what we do, can we become the best paranormal investigators around and find the truth and the proof that we search for. Okay, I'm sure that by now you're tired of the sound of my voice, which I am too, and no doubt you've got better things to be doing with your time. If the numbers haven't dropped on the screen already.
Oh no! You can't leave the screen yet.
But there's a couple of things first, Tim, before you dive in.
Okay, let's go for it.
You just can't wait, you really can't. I'd like to say a huge, big happy birthday to Fluke, who is actually online, I believe. And if you don't like your present, tough, it's too late. And just before I run off and Tim tries to get in on my screen, I'd like to say thank you for watching. And for all those of the witchy persuasion, have a very merry Yule. And I'm done.
No, you can't leave the screen. You come back to the screen. Because I have to sit next to you and say tormenting stuff now.
Excellent.
Well, your chair needs to move over there, by the way, just to make room for my own ego.
I really have to.
That's just going to join the screen, and look, I have to go right down here to kind of meet in the screen.
Because I'm a midget.
It's the size of my head. I think you'll find. But no, I think I'd like to say I almost contributed to a swear box then. I think you might have noticed. Wow, that was a really good. I was really impressed with that. That was very, very good. It came across really well. And once again, guys, this is like the thing. Look at the work. Look at the work. Look at the work. Don't crease it up. I need to file it for later on.
I own it first now.
Yeah, no, because we'll be auctioning the pigs' live notes on an eBay stream later on. Paul, you'll probably be pleased to know. And there's lots of pages here tonight, so that's all cool and groovy. And
there's not much on them.
Which means it has. No, there's lots of stuff. Look, there's lots of stuff all over these pages. This Lib has been doing lots of work tonight on all of this stuff, which is really good. I just want to sort of contribute something else. The ghost of Christmas Past. This is, yes. The Ghost of Christmas Past, as we all know, is someone... In fact, it's a ghost of Christmas Past that comes on...
Is it a ghost or is it...
Well, it could be anything from what you've been going on about. Anyway, it slings out its ghostly chains around the waists of the people that should know better and need to change their ways. And I've suddenly noticed, as she was talking about this, I thought about the Ghost of Christmas Past. And do you know what happened? Do you know what happened?
I know everything, Tim.
Well, you'll know it then.
Please, explain.
About 65 Stella cans suddenly appeared on my desk and tied themselves around my waist.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I thought this is
explain how that
good. This is awesome. Everyone is looking really confused, as I am as well. Anyway, we'll move swiftly on from that. Well done, Lib. That was very, very good. Paddy, I take it you couldn't make it, but that's a shame. Tori, I know you're not watching, but we missed you, and I'm sure we'll get the opportunity to see you on screen soon. And anything you want to say before we finish?
Never again.
Okay, no, I can't say that. That's not the word. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to do a quick sort of like a Facebook snapshot, just for the video thing, if I can do it. Because on Facebook, my profile shot is just simply this. Which is probably the way that most people would like to see me, in fact. But just for the sake of Pigs TV. Next week. Next week. We have got a great date for you guys. Next week at Pigs TV, we said we'd do it every Wednesday, and for us, oh my God, it falls on Christmas Eve. So what we've lined up is something very special. There is a ghost that walks around. There is a spirit. There is a belief entity, whatever you might call it, walks around Eastbourne, or in fact most towns, and we've arranged for 4 or 5 live cams next week to be set up here on Pigs TV with the commentary and all the stuff, and a very special live ghost hunt for you to tune in and have an experience with us. I hope you enjoy it. We've tested all the stuff. We know it works. Well, it did then anyway, but you know what happens on the night. I became very poor last week as a result of it. Anyway, all that stuff, bits and things. Thank you very much for tuning into Pigs TV. Live news at 10. And Lib, you did an awesome job. I think it's really great. Lib's going to get onto the chat now and start chatting to you guys. Thank you very much, and good night.